Okay, let's get things started. First, we need to get on here. Wow. Do a mic check check. Cool, we're good. Then keep that there. Where's that at? No, there we go. Okay. Okay. Let's get a rockin'. So, we want to make rocket fuel. Rocket fuel will probably power us till the end of the game. Even though I still plan on doing nuclear. But, one thing we need to do is plan how we're gonna do this. We might need some blueprints. There we go. Now he's dead. Alright, we're gonna use this as kind of our base of operations. I hear bugs. I hear a lot of bugs. Yep, it's because there is a lot of bugs. Got him. Okay. Well, first things first is we need to secure our base of operations. Got him. Okay. Is that it? I see a Sommer sloop over there, which is great. We may or may not need Sommer sloops as we play, as we design this. Okay, so rocket fuel. We know we're gonna need to package it. So we know we're gonna need aluminum. Rocket fuel. What was that? Nitric acid? Alright. Nitrogen gas. Should be some, what was it, over here? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Nitrogen. It's a good symbol for gas. Probably just use the water droplet. Keep it medium. And apply. We can delete that one. Okay, maybe more than medium. I guess far. Okay. And that was the other one. Nitrogen gas. Select icon. Far. Apply. Okay, so nitrogen gas is marked. And then what else does rocket fuel need? Okay, rocket fuel needs turbo fuel and nitric acid. And that'll give us rocket fuel and compacted coal. Interesting. As a byproduct. 10 per minute. Okay. It's going to give us 100 rocket fuel per minute. Damn. Okay, let's see if there's any alternate recipes that might be better suited. Nitro rocket fuel with a blender. So we're basically going from normal fuel straight to rocket fuel. I feel like that would not be the most efficient way. Mainly because I feel like I could create a lot more turbo fuel from normal fuel. Okay. Fuel from Satisfactory. We know we should use diluted fuel. Which will give us 100 per minute. And then turbo fuel, which will give us we could do turbo fuel blend. Sulfur and petroleum coke. That takes the least amount of fuel. Also takes heavy oil residue. Ooh, there's going to be a lot of planning. All right, first thing we need to do, first thing before anything, we need to see how much crude oil we're working with here. Here. No. One here. 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 Okay. Normal, pure, normal. Normal, pure, normal. Impure. Okay, so pure oil. Normal, normal, impure. Okay, so next two are normal. Normal oil. Normal oil. And then this one is impure. This impure one, we might not use it for our main turbo fuel. We might use this one to make other things that we need. So may use for alternatives. Okay, there's a few more. Pure and pure. So we got 2 more pure nodes up here. Pure oil. Okay, so that's all the oil nodes that we have. There's one way up here. Oh, that's nitrogen gas. Never mind. I think that was it. Was that it? Yep. Okay. So we have a ton of pure oil. Okay. So turbo blend fuel makes the most, which we can get a ton of diluted fuel. We just also need heavy oil residue. So we need fuel to turn into turbo fuel to turn into rocket fuel. Well, let's check something, right? The max we can get out. Oh, we don't have those marked. Damn. That's fine. I don't care if I miss, bro. I got as many of these as I need. There we go. Okay, let's look. I know pure node is 600, right? Pure node is 600. What's normal? 300? No, not minor. Oil extractor. 300, and I'm guessing impure is 150. Hold on, let me bust these guys. So I think the trick to blow up these guys is not hit them with it, but hit it near them, maybe. Should take 3. Nice little air burst. Okay. These guys are down. Let's get their stuff. And oil extractor, let's make sure it is 150. Okay, 150, yep. Okay, so isn't there that Steam, what is it, Satisfactory something that could help me out with this? Satisfactory modeler. There it goes. Maybe I can pull that up and we can work through it, yeah? Let's get it playing. Okay. Hold on, let me switch my screen. How can I make my background white? Well, that doesn't seem like it's going to help me much. Hold on. Let's go back to Satisfactory while I look at this and try to figure it out. Oil. Crude oil. Okay, there we go. There we go, 600, right? And then we want to make diluted fuel. But first we need, I think the most best one was a heavy oil. So 20 of them. Which, how much heavy oil residue do we have again? Okay, we have 6, 9, 12, 18, 24. So we have 24. What's 24 times 600? Oh, it's 240. Hold on. So 240. Well, 2,400. Okay, so that would be 80 of those. Okay. This is going to be some good maths, I tell you what. Because if we want to do turbo blend fuel, we need fuel and heavy oil residue. A 1 to 2. So if we had a 1 to 2, okay, hold on. Let me see if it's going to show this on screen now, if it's going to show it a little better. Just not showing up, huh? Well, we'll let it switch and see if it's going to show up. Hold on. Nope. Okay. That's fine. It's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Hold on, let me get back over here and I'll switch to the right screen. Okay. So we have 2,400 fuel going into a refinery, right? Let's build us out a platform. Let's do some maths. Okay. Refinery. Okay. Let's go here. And then from here, we're going to have this be 1. That be 2. And we'll go from there. Okay. So this is going to have crude oil. Have an arrow on the background, that'd be nice. We might need to change background color. Kind of, but not really. Okay, can kind of see the arrows. And then... Okay. So I would like to be able to put how much we're bringing in. So we're gonna mess with some signs and see which one we like. Okay, so... crude oil. Text. What did we say? 2,400? Inbound. Like those. Ooh, that's too much. Okay, 2,400 crude oil. It's not showing it, but that's fine. Okay, so we have 2,400 crude oil. And then we need to split that crude oil into two parts. Right? And those two parts are... we're wanting to make diluted fuel. And where's my interwebs? Okay. Diluted fuel. But we can't use all the heavy residue oil. Well, all of it's going to get turned into heavy residue oil. So... okay, so... we're going to have heavy residue oil. Right? How much heavy residue oil will fuel give us? Or crude oil, I should say. Okay, so heavy oil residue. Okay, heavy oil residue and polymer resin. And then we'll make the polymer. We'll just put right here, byproduct. Okay. How much is that going to give us? Where can I do... what, for each 3 I'm going to get 4? Is that what it's saying? What is a good tool? Satisfactory build planner. All right, let me see if I can figure out how to work this. Yeah. Okay. In the production list. Well, where's the production list? Add item. We want oil. Okay. Crude oil. Okay, how do I change numbers here? 2400? Yeah, 2400 per minute, right? Let me double check my math. Why is my mouse not working? Come on, mouse. Work for me. Okay, there we go. So, we have... My mouse battery's low, is that what that's saying? Yep. 600. 12. 18. 21. 24. Yes, 2400 crude oil. Okay. And then we want that crude oil to turn into heavy oil residue, right? There we go. Well, how do I change the inbound? So, okay, so I don't need this. How do I get rid of this? No, that's not what I wanted. Damn it. Damn it. Okay, I don't know how to use that tool. Hold on. Build planner. Okay. So we want to...
Introducing Grammarly,
Alright, we're
like
gonna
you've
watch a
never
short
seen
ad, I
before.
guess. Not really, because we're going to let that run in the background. Alright, I guess I could just go on here, right? Alternate heavy residue oil. Takes up 30 per minute. The most we can do is 75 per minute. Okay, so 30 divided by 2400. That would be 80 of those. 80 times 30. Still 2400. So it's a 1-for-1, huh? No, it shouldn't be. Okay, I was looking at the wrong thing. It would take 30 residue, which would give us 80. Let's work with the base. Let's not do anything too crazy. 30 per minute divided by 2400. 30 divided by 2400 divided by 30 is 80. And those 80 are going to produce 40 per minute. So 80 times 40, we're going to be producing 3,200 a minute. Okay. Byproduct we're not concerned about for now. And that's... So we can do that to do 40. What's 2400 divided by 75? 32. Okay. 32 times 40. It's still going to be 4,200, right? 32 times 40. Sorry, it's not. It's 100. Yep, 3,200. Okay, regardless how I do it, it's going to come out to 3,200, which is great. So now we need to do kind of a 2-to-1 ratio. We need, because we're going to be doing...
Your all-in-one writing essential.
Be quiet. We're wanting... Yes, I have blenders unlocked. Oh, come on, internet. Because what I'm thinking, heavy residue, right? And then I'm going to do diluted fuel. Yeah, I'm trying to do the math to see which one's going to be like the most effective. Because turbo blend fuel, which is probably the one I'm going to do, gives you 45 per minute. Use them to make the fuel. So am I missing something? Is that what's going on? Well, yeah, that's the plan. I'm going for rocket. This is rocket, but I don't want to do the path of easiest, because I know I could go from I could do nitro rocket fuel, which is probably what you're talking about, right? Is it the best? You're getting 150 per minute. Not yet. Not yet. I'll find it. If I need it, I'll find it. But what I was going to do was the math, because, you know, I'm only going to make so much fuel, right? But I'm going to make probably twice as much turbo fuel, right? So if I can turn twice as much turbo fuel into even more rocket fuel, yeah, I'm going to get 150 per minute of fuel, of rocket fuel using the fuel. But if I can stretch it even further, turning the fuel into an exponentially more turbo fuel, and then turn that turbo fuel into rocket fuel, you know, which would be the best? That's the question. So that's kind of what I'm working out here. So 3,200 per minute, right? That's what I'm getting. And then change that to diluted fuel, which only needs 30 per minute. Yeah, I'm testing the waters to see which one would make more rocket fuel in the end. Going from fuel to rocket fuel using the blender, or going from diluted fuel to turbo fuel and then turbo fuel to rocket fuel, because that's going to grow exponentially, because the diluted fuel is going to make a ton, which I can turn that into a ton of turbo fuel, which I can turn into even more rocket fuel. It's going to make the factory enormous, but if I can get more turbo fuel out of it, you know, why not? Okay, 3,200. If we're using that, that's 30 per minute. So 3,200 divided by 30. Oops. Yeah, 3,200 divided by 30. 106.66. Okay, can we make that an even number? We max it out 75. Oh, you're gonna make it hard on me, aren't you, game? I mean, I can use that to my advantage anyways. Because I can use that 0.6667 to fuel the other section of what I'm wanting to do. So regardless, 30 heavy residue divided by 3,200. $106 with 0.667 as byproduct. So we'll say, all right, we'll say heavy residue 0.667 extra. And we'll take the 106 and we'll times it by 60. It's gonna be 6,360 fuel. Does that make sense though? What I'm doing? I'm testing two paths, seeing which one is the best. Just don't get me wrong, I'm not doubting your knowledge. I'm sure it's probably is the best. But if I build out all the way through from heavy oils or residue to fuel to turbo fuel to rocket fuel, like it should grow exponentially, especially when I use stuff like diluted fuel. What did I say? 6360. $63.60 a minute. Okay, and then we want to turn that into turbo fuel. Is there a better recipe that I could use? There's the turbo blend fuel. We need to find, that's probably the best, which is going to turn yeah, I'm sure it's going to need a huge number of factory, but I mean, it'll be fun, right? Because now we're turning 15 a minute of fuel into 45 a minute of turbo fuel. But we also have heavy oil residue, so that's probably where turbo blend fuel goes kind of off, because you're needing heavy oil residue. I mean, it would probably be easier to do turbo heavy fuel and just go straight from heavy fuel. Because it's a 2 to 4 mix, 15 per minute and 30 per minute. So if we had, let me think here, 3,200 divided by 2. 1,600. So we would have to have 1,600 heavy residue oil not being used And then the other 1600 being turned into diluted fuel. Oh, my mouse is dying. Hold on, let me plug in my mouse. Okay. Well, yeah, I know there's easier ways. I know there's easier ways. I know there is. I've looked at other. Pretty much. I'm gonna go from crude oil to heavy residue, and then heavy residue into I'm gonna use diluted fuel, and then turn that diluted fuel into turbo fuel. And the best recipe I can see is the turbo blend fuel, which is giving you 45 turbo fuel per minute. And then just turn that straight into rocket fuel. So I want to see. Yeah, I appreciate recipes, but the best way for me to learn is to work it out myself, and then go from there. So from here, we're gonna have, let's see, if I do it here and here, right? We're gonna have this be heavy. No thanks. No thanks. Because if I do it from blueprints, I'm not gonna learn it myself. So I want to learn how to do it before I even touch blueprints. But yeah, if I have 1600 going there and then another 1600 going to diluted fuel, that is doubling it, and that's what I need. That's 1600. It's going to give us the 3200. Okay. And that's kind of what we need too. It's a 2 to 4 ratio, which is a 1 to 2 ratio. Oh, you just want to send the plan so I can see it all? Do I want that? No, I appreciate it though. This'll because I could go by a plan, you know, like building a Lego almost, but this is like building a Lego from the box up with a box of random shapes, you know, rather than, you know, getting like a Imperial TIE Fighter Lego set and building it all together, you know. So it's giving me more of a challenge that will be fun. All right, now this creates, should turn into turbo blend fuel, which looks like 15 per minute or 30 per minute on the other one. So 1600 divided by 15, and that's going to give us that 106 again. Yeah, no problem. Hey, I appreciate the help. I mean, there might be a point where I'd give up, you know, and be like, screw this, let me get them plans. But I still want to, I want to put the effort in, you know? And then these combine into... I'm gonna need to find... Actually, we can start that right now, so we're not wasting time. Start doing some blueprint research, or hard drive research. I don't happen to have the turbo blend fuel, do I? Oh, how I wish I did. We have turbo heavy fuel. That's not going to be as efficient though, since I can turn 5 into 10 fuel. Okay, we'll let that figure out. Turbo fuel. Alright, what did I figure out again? 1600 divided by 15 per minute. It's going to produce 106. Well, 106. It'll need 106 times that by 45. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. That's the easiest way, because you're basically, what is it? You're going from fuel straight to rocket fuel. And there's a good chance I will do that one. I'm just super curious if this is going to be more. So 106 times 45, that's going to produce 4,770 turbo fuel with a little extra. Plus some, which I'm sure we can figure out something to do with that turbo fuel. Yeah, you just missed this all. There are two paths that I possibly see. One is a lot easier than the other one. One's gonna need a lot more buildings. I'm doing the math real quick to see. Turning crude oil into heavy residue, right? And then turning the heavy residue into the alternate diluted fuel, and using that and some of the heavy residue to turn into turbo fuel, and then turning the turbo fuel, combining it with nitric acid and creating rocket fuel. That's one path. And then the other path, which would be a lot easier and probably better on my sanity, the nitro rocket fuel, which I can just use fuel and nitrogen gas, sulfur and coal in a blender to make rocket fuel. Which the difference between them, between rocket fuel and the nitro rocket fuel, is only 50 per minute. But I feel like this way is going to grow exponentially when it comes to numbers. So it's either going to, I feel like, either even out or be more than the blender way. And depending how much more, that's going to depend which path I go. But, alright, for rocket fuel, it's 60 per minute, which is going to produce 100. So 4770 divided by 60. Divided by 60, 79.5. So I was wondering which tool. Satisfactory Modeler? Is that a website or that other Steam game one? 4770 divided by 60 is 79.5. So 79.5 times 100, 7,950 rocket fuel. So that's what our finish is, if I did all my math right. 7950, right? Yep. So rocket fuel on Steam. Okay. I tried to use it earlier, but for some reason it wouldn't show up on screen for me. I like the way it was working, but just for the stream, until I can get it to actually show up on stream and figure that out, I'm just gonna keep doing it like this for now. And then we said 79.50. It's a lot of rocket fuel. Yeah. So that's a lot of rocket fuel. Okay. So that's doing it this way. Going from crude oil to heavy. Heavy, splitting them in half. Using the diluted fuel and combining them in a blender. Which I'll need sulfur and coal, I believe, as well. Into turbo fuel, and then turbo fuel into rocket fuel. Yeah, that's right. That's 7,950 rocket fuel. All right, now if we just go from crude oil, which is what we have, well, we can do it. We can do it over here because some of these numbers are still going to be the same. Because we have 2,400 crude oil, right? $2,400 crude oil, which is going to turn into 3,200 that's 1,908 generators and 477,000 megawatts. Woo! What if if I overclock them, 1908 divided by, was it 2.5 basically? I'll still need like 763, something like that. Woo! You know, it might not even be worth it just because I'd have to make all of that, yeah? That's insane. Okay, so heavy residue, 3,200, and then just so I'm aware, more than enough for the whole game? Yeah, probably. Even though I'm still going to mess with nuclear, just so I can learn and figure that out. That's a lot of power though. 440,000 megawatts. What is that up there? Is that floating? Either he's floating or something that he's on did not render properly. Okay, and then 3,200 times 60. That don't seem right. Is that right? No. 3,200 divided by 30. So 106 times 60. 6,360. And with what I want to do, how much would be more than need? If you use nitro rocket fuel, you get the same amount of oil. You get 2,304 generators. Oh, wow. So you get a lot more output, huh? Interesting. Now I'm guessing you figured that all out on the Satisfactory modular. What did I say again? 6360. And when I'm sitting here thinking about it, this way would be better too, because I'm going to have, what did I say, 0.667 excess of heavy residue if I want to keep the numbers even. And I want to use that 0.667 extra heavy residue to make things like ammunition. You know what I'm saying? I can have that split off and make other things that I need. 6360. Okay. And then we're doing the nitro rocket, which is 100. So 100 fuel. Oh, ma'am, research. Did we get lucky and get the nitro? Got the alternate cooling device. Which needs nitrogen gas. Pure copper. I know I'm gonna need that. Let's keep researching for now. Okay. 6360 divided by 100. 63.6 times 150. 9,540. Yeah, that is a lot more. My whole line got is 24, 32 everywhere, 64, 49, 60. Yeah. Yeah. Nope. I did the math, which I'm happy, which I appreciate y'all being there helping me out too, but I definitely verified it, and we are definitely going to be going the nitrogen route. Because I was curious to see how it would turn out, but it makes sense because I'm using diluted fuel for this too, so you know, yeah, we're definitely going to be using, so we'll need refineries and blenders. That's about it, right? Now the question is, how are we gonna get that done? Oh, that's perfect. Oh, that didn't kill him. So how much does, what was that I say? 9,600, how much power is that? Not in the blue crater, but near the blue crater. I mean, here's all the oil. There's nitrogen gas, and then there's nitrogen gas up here. And then I need sulfur and coal. 576,000. Jesus. Oh, I love doing that. But yeah, I know I'm going to have to... Oh, you didn't see me. Get out of here. I know I'm going to have to bring a lot of resources in. So... I know where 2 nitrogen gas nodes are. There are 2,400...
Your waves could be bigger,
fuel.
your blood thicker, your bones many, your organs more.
Hello to you too.
We have composed you a learning song.
Mark III miners? No,
That is
but
a
I
welcome
can
surprise.
probably
Do
get them
be
using
careful
fix-it
not to
tickets.
overload my
Only got Mark
blood's
II for now.
extremely fragile organic systems.
Because I will need...
On that note, I
Hold
have
on.
been working on making them redundant.
Ada's
Our
talking.
rhythm is patient and harmonious.
You truly are a far superior.
Oop. Sorry, Ada. Alright. She basically insulted us. Oh, wow. Yeah, we'll need a lot of sulfur and coal, huh? 100 per minute for coal, sulfur, and 50 per minute of sulfur. I don't know why I pulled this up because I can't look at what I need. Coal nodes. Ooh, it's a lot right there. Normal, 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 normal. Coal. Or normal. Okay. Oh, and then we have some up there too if we need it. Okay, what about sulfur? How much sulfur do we have nearby? I feel like this one, I feel like sulfur is going to give me the most problem. There's 4 over 3 impure, normal, impure. Imp, norm, pure. Yeah, if we have to use trains to bring sulfur in, we will. Same with the coal. This is going to be interesting though. Okay. Let's see. 2,400 oil. Woo! If you use Mark III miners, you only need 800 coal, 4,300 Jesus, and 3,300 nitrogen from outside the crater. So outside the little area of things I marked, that's still a lot. $3,300 nitrogen. Okay. Well, the best thing I can do is start from the beginning, right? And the first thing I need to do is essentially claim all the oil nodes. Get those set up. And then using just 600 oil for 144,000. But it sounds fun making, yeah, let's call it fun. We'll call it that. Probably more like insane. If I do say so myself. But again, if I'm smart about it, because there are things I want to make. I can't even make the ammo yet. But there are things I want to make, like ammunition that needs heavy residue oil, because I need to turn smokeless powder, or gunpowder into smokeless powder, which needs heavy residue oil. Oh, but do I want to do things easily? I mean, $14,000 so 144,000 plus the 40. Jesus, phone, stop trying to run away. Plus the 40,000 I already have. It'll be almost 200,000. And I would only really need that much to make probably give me what I need till I go nuclear, and then I could use the nuclear power to really give me the boost I need. Because I mean, the whole point of my playthrough so far is to be as efficient as possible. And I mean, at what point do I need to cut the amount I'm doing to be efficient? You know what I mean? If I do too much, efficiency almost goes out the window. Because at what point which would give me so much other stuff to do it. And it's only 32 blenders and 20 refiners. Yeah, that's not a lot at all to make the 2400 rocket fuel. Man, you're kind of convincing me. You're kind of convincing me. Not gonna lie. I do have a MAM research done. But regardless, I can't do anything until I get that alternate recipe. Bam! There it is. Woo! It only took 2. Last time I had to do this hunt, it took me like 10. Holy crap, I couldn't imagine doing that one. Alright. Alright, let's look at our crazy numbers, right? Blender. Pretty blender. Nitro rocket fuel. So for each 100 fuel, we need 75 nitrogen gas. So 6360 divided by 100. 6360 divided by 100 is 63.6. And then we times 63.6 times 75. That's 4,770 nitrogen gas. Okay. Yeah. Landon Lego is the one promoting my mental health. So I feel like that's half this game. Like, all right, how efficient do you want to be, and how big do you want to go, and how much of your mental health do you want to give up to do this? All right, I've never messed with these nitrogen nodes before, so how do resource roll, extractor, frackings. Give me place on surrounding subnodes. Oh, I don't have those freaking battery things. I need those battery things before I can do anything. Hold on. I have 3 tickets. I need 7. I'm sure we have 7, right? We have exactly 7. Okay. How do you make radio control units again?
Fix-It is not responsible for personal damage, environmental damage, psychological damage, or lowered standards that may result from use of these products. Enjoy your purchase.
I will. What you running for? You don't want to get blown up either? You're going to. Oh, I missed. Get back here. You're the monster. Got him. Okay, where was I? Nitrogen. Okay. Resource pressurizer. Must be placed activated on an activated. So this guy has to be activated, huh? I ain't got no power out here. Is this like a pure nitrogen? Needs power? Yeah, that's what I figured. Oh, I haven't ran power all the way out here yet either. I was hoping to figure out how much. Because what is it? It's 4 pure, 2 normal. How much does that give me? 4 pure, 2 normal. How much power does it need? Ooh, that is very true. Well, we will get a byproduct of coal, huh? Which will run 56 coal gens. Jeez. A lot of water, too. Okay. That's still 4,000. I don't think this is going to be producing 4,770. Like you said, we're going to need extra fuel. Only 1,500. Jesus. All right, now there was another pure node. Hold on. So we got 1,500 here. There's another one up here. It's way up here. I think it was mostly pure. There it goes. No, that's even worse. There's one way up here that's all pure. So 1,500 and then one with all pure. Pure is 3. Normal is 150. Okay. Oh shoot, I didn't see it in time. Okay, with that information, 3, 6, 9, 12, that's 15. Once we hear the other ding, we'll look at it. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's another 3,000. Yep. 3,000 plus 15 is 4,500. So we would only need those two. Because we need, well, those two, we would need all 3 of these nitrogen nodes. This one, the one up here, and that one. To make the nitrogen we would need. And we would have to probably... Oh yeah, it is gas. It doesn't work like the water, like a pane. $3,000 nitrogen into 5 pipes. Yeah, and then run it all the way down. This one wouldn't need to run far, and then the one over there wouldn't need to run far either. I like being able to highlight them. Let's see how far. Can we only have one highlighted at a time? So that one's not too far. Alright, ding the one up here. Thank you. 3,000. Okay. How far away is that? Because one thing I've noticed is when you look at a map, or from the map, I mean, I feel like moving 5 pipes, even though it would take a minute, would probably be easier than train. Yeah, which is right over there. Because I could almost build just from there all the way straight out here, down and in. So if I wanted to move them by train, I know the fluid train is not nearly as good as just doing it from physical objects. So would I have to package them first? What I could always do, use just the 600, right? Do what I need with that. Get the little extra power boost. 300 more nitrogen. And I could get that from this one. So I'd have this one and this one producing the bulk. And then this one topping it off. So I have I have what I need right there. Well, I know it has a particular one for fuel, but I hear that one is not nearly as efficient as just packaging it. But I mean, I don't think I would need to package it. Or I could just run straight pipes all the way down, you know? Call it the Alaskan pipeline, you know? That always worked, right? Then the next question. We need sulfur and coal. 100 by 50, so 63.6 times 50, that's 3,108 coal. Yeah, I know gaming, but I'm really appreciating the input before I, you know, go into this and bite off more than I can chew. Which we have 1, 2, 3, 4 normal notes, so 3, 6, 9, 12, 120. 120 of the shoot. Huge amount. So not only would we be pulling nitrogen gas, we would be pulling a lot of coal, And then 6, 9, 3, 6, 9, 12, 18, 21. We're only at 21 of 31. We would need to find about 1,000 more coal somewhere. 2 pure nodes. Which we would have to probably ship from very far. Probably from up here. And then sulfur. 100 to 100. So we would need 6,360 sulfur. That's like 11 pure nodes. impure, normal, pure. 6, 9, 1050. Woo! We have 1050. Woo! That's an impure that I'm using. 1650. Yay! We need like 5,000 more. Okay, that alone has convinced me. We're gonna use one pure node and do what we can with that. We're not gonna. Yeah. That would be an insane number. Okay, what I do want to do is I'm not going to build it up here. I want to run that pipe down and over. And I kind of want to run it down here. Ow. That way the throughput of the oil is always going in a downward motion. I shouldn't have to have any worries about that. So doing my own math and with help from Landon Lego and was that Janta Gaming? I think I'm only going to do the 600, just 600 oil, crude oil, and then turning that into turbo fuel. Come here, little fella. Oh, that's a container over there. Wonder if I've gotten that one yet. Okay, so we'll probably use that as our floor. I'm not gonna hit no wall building out this way, am I? Probably have like all of this free to build. Yeah. Not gonna hit no ending. And if I do, I can try and work around it if needed. Alright, that's gonna be where we start. Hi, spouters. Any more, y'all? No, I already got that one. I need to break it. Okay. Okay. I should be able to run the oil. And run it down here. And what did we say with the 600? 32 blenders, 20 refineries. Well, if we're building it down there, though, that's going to be a challenge in itself, getting the... We can make it work. Okay, so 600 oil. turns 600 oil. $600 divided by 30. $20 times 40. 20 times 40 is 800. $800 of heavy residue. Well, that was stupid math. Let's just do what we do best, yeah? Utilizing the space we have and working around it. We don't necessarily have to go down there. We can stay down here if we need to. Okay. This blow up? Yep. Okay. Well, you guys are in water. What happens? Can I chainsaw y'all? I can't. Oh, gave me silica, mycelia, limestone. That's neat. Okay, so how many refineries do we need? $30 divided by, or 600 divided by 30. We need 20 refineries. So 2 rows of 10. Man, it's like I've done this part before. If only I had a blueprint of what I've done before. No. Who needs blueprints, right? We sure don't. It's almost like a perfect platform, too. Okay, now that my sanity's been saved, we have a lot simpler work to do. We still might need to run some sulfur, but that's fine. Okay. 2 rows of 10, just like before. We want the inbound. Could probably have the inbound facing the same way, yeah? Like that. And then just have the pipe run right down the middle of them, and it splits all the way down. That's all we need, right? Is oil. Yep. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we need rows for 2 more. Nine, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, These are all backwards. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Let's go ahead and do our thing. Learn from my mistake with the fuel. Make sure to lay these first so we don't have any weird fuel glitched pipes. Okay. Now that we have all of that, do we see any bauxite around here? If we have some bauxite around here, that would be great. Bauxite. Bauxite. Aha! Please don't all be temp. Few impure, few normal. It's pure up there, normal. That bauxite's gonna travel down here too, so. About an orange color. There we go. Okay. Refineries set. Straight. And then there. Auto 2D, auto. All right. And there is that. Lots of little connections here. Now we have the sweet sound of Satisfactory. Okay, all that's hooked up. Ow, my back. Alright, now we need to program them. Oh, if I had enough summer sloops and we could just max this out. That'd be a little dumb, huh? Okay, copy. Paste. 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 Okay, all done. So 40 times 20. 20. It's 800 heavy residue. We're doing the blender. The blender. Okay, so we need to turn this into diluted fuel. And if I remember correctly, these 8 need to go into, or these 2 rows need to go into a row of 11. I think what we'll do... The noises here almost sound like, what is it, Halo 1, when you first start to see the flood and everything, and you're out in the wilderness. Is that going to be in the way? It might be. That's kind of annoying. It's really annoying. No, it's not. Ooh, it's not. It's right on the edge. Good. And even if, we'd still have this whole area that we don't need. We're good. It's just from the angle, it seems like it's going to. But no, we're good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oops. 13. 14. We'll go 15. Okay. Okay, this is having heavy residue oil and polymer resin. So we'll have to do something. We could either do something with the polymer resin, which we might, or we can awesome sink it. But I think we're going to do something with it. All right, because we still have other things that we need to make. When there's something in the blender we need to make. Cooling system, which also takes nitrogen gas and rubber. So we can use that polymer resin and turn it into rubber and then use that to combine with copper and aluminum sheets, which we can make with the bauxite up there. We just need to find some copper. We can make cooling systems. And then we need to essentially make a heavy modular frame factory again. And combine it with the aluminum. With even more nitrogen. Okay. And I can't remember if it was the assembler. Assembly director systems, which needs adaptive control units. And a lot of plastic. There's the heat sinks. Oh my goodness, my brain. That also needs a supercomputer. Yeah, supercomputer, which needs a bunch of junk, and then that, which also needs a bunch of junk. Yeah. Okay. Anything in the constructor? No. Alright, let's not worry about that. We're getting distracted. We'll just focus on what we have now. Yes, yes, already been 2 hours. I know. But getting rid of these, don't need that much room. Perfect. I really wish they'd come out with pipes that could handle more. I think a pipe that could handle 1200 would be nice. Alright, we'll connect all these in a minute because I prefer to deal with the belt before I do. But essentially, this will need to come this way. What is it? 1, 2. Well, it's going to be its own pipe network, actually. But we should be able to place the next set of refineries right here with no problem. Alright, right on the line. I think that's it. Yep. Yep, okay. So we can run the pipes inward through here. And we need 11 on each side. Yes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Nice. Very nice. Alright, and then these are going to be diluted packaged fuel. We also have to deal with packaged water. That should still be enough room. Let's double check. Because if I have this here and this here, would I be able to run one line of packaged water? $60. Nope, because that'd be 22. 60 times 22. 1320. Which is fine, because I still think I can have them here, right? But we'll just have them flipped, because we know we can run 2 pipes down through here. We have plenty of room to run 2 separate pipes. Okay, so we'll need a set of packagers. Do we have a lot of room on that side too? Because I have an idea. We do. Because maybe we can do each packager right next to the machine, feeding right into it. Oh, hold on, my computer's being a goof. Yeah, 60 packaged water. Packager. Now, I kind of wish it was the other way, where the pipe was on the bottom. And the rail was on top. But it's so much easier to work with pipes on the ground than pipes in the air. Packaged water, 60. All right. This is probably going to look a little bit more fancier than the current 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Did them backwards. I have a particular set of skills, and that set of skills is not paying attention. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Now, 60 per minute. Packager. There we go. Let's do the same with the other side. No, you are not lined up, sir. You go right there. And you need to go back one. There we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need more steel pipes. That's fine. While we wait, we can set all this up. It's almost to the point if we would have separated it out more, we could have just... No, I have an idea. It should be a pretty easy idea, actually. Packaged water, right? We have fuel coming in, and then we need packaged water to come in. I'm gonna do it just like that. The pipe can run right down the middle of the tube. I know that didn't go where I wanted it. Nope. Are those even? They are not. How did that go and happen? Well, I already got all those built out, and you three can just be redone. 1, 2, 3. Okay. There we go. Okay. You know, this is probably going to be the least complicated we do for the rest of the time on here, because next we have to worry about all these super complicated phase 4 parts and nuclear power, nuclear pasta, all that junk. Okay, now all those are just connecting to each other. Okay, now the pipe. We have 11,660, so one of the pipe is gonna have to run completely different than the rest, because that's how much we're producing, right? Hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 times 40. Only 400. Did I completely screw this up? Well, not completely screw it up, but... $30 times 10 is 300. We have it doubled, which is... Okay. 600 both sides. 40 times 10 is only 400. We don't need that many. 400 divided by 60. 6.667. So we only need 7 of them. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. There we go. That makes more sense. And this last one is not going to have any because it's only going to produce 0.667. Well, it only needs 0.667. 0.7. 0.8. 0.8.5. .667. There we go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Yep. 6.66. because this pipe, that pipe, is going to run somewhere else and do something else. No, you dummy. Why does it do that? It was there and then it wasn't. Okay, so before I start the rest, we have that laid out, okay? At least for one half. And then pipes coming out both ends. Actually, no, it's not even pipes. It's rails. Because it's packaged diluted fuel. No, I can't do it that way because these are going to be kind of floaty. How many tiles out did I do it here? I want it the same on the other side. It's... okay, from here. 1, 2. Well, let's use something bigger. Right, if we line it up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 out. Nine out. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 out. Ah. Okay. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. So 2 and then a few more. Okay, now just like last time, connect all these. There we go. Now... There we go. Now the pipes. All right, all those pipes are connected. Now for the outbound rails. All right, so we'll be producing 600, which we can handle. We'll need merger. Okay. Same for the other side. Okay, and 4 all the way down. And now back up. All right, and then, well, probably do Mark II, yeah. Only need Mark 1, but we'll do Mark 2. Okay. There we go. Now the output is done. Now, the diluted fuel, packaged fuel, needs to be unpackaged. So, get a simple liquid here. We can keep the package line going. We'll need another room for all 6. Is that last one connected? That last one's for something else. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 in a piece. I feel like I messed up. No. Because all of this is supposed to be... Copy. It's supposed to be 6.666. So paste. Point. Right? 667. feeling my brain is fried, guys. It's so fried. Hmm. 40 times 10. It's 400. All right. What if we do 390? 380? 70? 60? 360. And we'd only need 6. So we need to subtract essentially 4. 40? Oh, we can do that. We can turn these both into rubber. There's 20. 40. Now we have rubber, rubber. Those both are producing 20. That means we have 8 times 40. 8 times 40. 320. 40, 60. 360 divided by 60. 6. So only need 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can eliminate the last one. It's just easier numbers to work with. That's really all it is. Do it on both sides. Okay, so all right, let's slow down. We have 360 divided by 30. 360 divided by 30 is 12. $400 divided by 30 because it only needs 30 heavy residue oil. I don't know why I was thinking 60, probably because I was looking at the wrong end. Oh, that's why. 40. Okay. $40. And then we only need 30 per. So 400 divided by 30 is 13. All right. If we do 390, we need 13. Okay. $80, 380, 370, 360, 12. All right, we'll produce 360 by making these two rubber, and then we need 12 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm getting in my own way. You know? I keep looking at the wrong part and dividing by it. I need to... This is where I need to look. 360 divided by 30 is 12. Which makes sense. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Because even on my own fuel power plant, I have 11. It would make sense that I would need 11 or 12. There we go. Okay. Let's get our brain together. Let's focus and get what we need done. Okay. So 60 times 12. 720, so that's max for our belts. We will need more packagers. It's hanging off the edge, that's what's going on. Okay. There we go. Okay. So we have 100 or 720, which needs to go into. Now, does the blender need it unpackaged? I would assume so. Yep. Okay, so we need to unpackage these now. And what I'm thinking of doing is having them run over here into a line. Pretty much the same line. Should I have them there or over here? So I could also just have them right here with it. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm gonna blow that up. Pretty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 12 though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we have 12. So one more row. And then these ones are all going to join up and loop right back in. And the pipes are going to come out. And where do we want the pipes to go? They'll probably go that way, or they'll go further out that way. But we have how much? No, we want to unpackage fuel. 60 times 12. Well, that sucked. Yeah. 60 times 12 is 720. And we need, I think it's 100 per. Right? 100. So 720 divided by 100. $7.2. Which is going to create 7.2 times 150. 1,000. And Eddie rocket fuel from this side. Should be able to do 2 rows. Should be able to do 14 here, right? Maybe. Like 2 rows of 7. We got a lot coming in them though. I think we really screwed ourselves on space. We'll find out. Go ahead and finish hooking these up. These are going to go from mergers, and then right here they're going to go to splitters. There we go. It's like, why is it not copying? Oh my goodness. Right there. Thank you. Okay. And then merger. Is gonna zoop on over here. And go into splitters. This part I'm not worried about. Because soon we'll have to deal with the water, which is not going to be that hard. The water is going to be right there. We could also always go vertical. But we'll get this half all done, and then we'll go from there. So... Okay, and then it's gonna go back out. Same in is the same out, right? Yeah, 60 and 60. Goes there. Nice closed loop. Okay, only 60 needs to go in each time, but we're gonna do Mark II. Still need to hook all those. we go. Last bit. No. Damn it. Okay. So that loop is closed. Now, these need water. I think I know what goes on that. Geyser, probably. I don't have the geyser unlocked, though. So we have... I believe that's packaged fuel, though. Alright. Let's work out all the little kinks that we got. Make sure we got the right amount. Alright. 60 packaged water. So this needs to be packaged water. 60. And then one of these water guys. How many can you do? 300? So you can do 5 of them? Yes, 5 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1 for 2. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the last 2. Which is 120. Bam. Cool. Let's hook up the pipes. Oh, come on now. We've gone vertical with them before. How did we do it last time, Oop. Oop. Vertical nudge. Page up, page down. That's right. Okay. Just 2? Yeah. Oh, H2. Make sure that's lined up. Yep. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's hook this guy up. 300. That's only. I only need Mark 1 pipe, right? 300. Yep. Nice little curve. Okay. And there we go. Now do it all over again. Can we line that up better? A little better. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 done. 5 here done. Last but not least is the 2. Boom. All right. Packaged water complete. For the most part, we still need to enclose it and lay the pipes for it. Can I do the same thing on this side, what I just did? There we go. Now pipe. Do I need to do that? Hold on. Hold on. Yes. Because that's how we're getting heavy oil residue. Need to make sure we're not combining the front half with the back half. Okay. There we go. Okay, now that's done. This is done and connected. We even have the outputs done. We have the inputs done. Okay, for at least half. At least half. We still have to worry about the output for here, which there's 12 of them, right? And we're unpackaging, which is going to be 720, so we'll have to do some funny pipe work, which is fine. What we could do is lay the blenders out right here and on the other side. It might still have to run the pipes, which is fine. We'll run the pipes somewhere else for the generators probably down there like we wanted. But run the generators here, pipes will come down and around and link up, not connect to, but link up with the other pipes. And then we'll have multiple pipes coming down through here for that. Okay, but 1/2 all the way up to the blenders is done. Not the blenders, the packagers. Next will be the blenders. I'll just stick that there for now. Nitro fuel needs sulfur and coal and natural gas, nitrogen gas. So we have 2 sets of pipes and 2 sets of fuel, or belts coming into this one machine. It's also going to have an output of compacted coal, which is fine because if I remember, smokeless powder, does it need coal or compacted coal? Well, not that, but fine black powder can use compacted coal, so we can use that compacted coal, grab one more of these oh, what's my brain thinking about? One more of these crude oil nodes, turn into heavy residue oil, and then use the compacted coal byproduct. Ooh, I think I unplugged my computer on accident. Yep, there we go. Things started to get fuzzy. And combine it with the compacted coal and the heavy residue to make black powder. Well, I can use sulfur compacted coal to make black powder and then use the heavy residue oil to make smokeless powder, and then I can make the firearms I need. Well, the ammunition anyways. But this is, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts. 1 part, I mean, I would say, because we don't have 1 part completely finished, because we still need to do the packagers and water pumps for that. And then also this. I would say we have 2 of the 5, because we have all of this side done, and then we need 1 here, 2, coal and sulfur here, 3, and then the one down there, 4. So 1 of the 5. 1.5 done? Yeah. We'll go with that. 1.5 done. 1.5 out of 5 done. Still got a bit to go. This part right here though, now that my brain, well, hopefully next time my brain will be working better, this will run smoother. Now that I know exactly what I need to do. So yeah, we're gonna have all this come in. We're gonna have blenders, because it's like 7 blenders over here, and then probably 7 blenders over here. Probably have some water over there too. They're gonna be fighting for space. And then those pipes are gonna run all the way across, meet up with those, and then run down there into the void and connect. Hope everyone enjoyed. If you like what you see, please subscribe. Come see me. And we'll see y'all next time.